everybody, and you can all laugh at my stupidity.
Okay, I like the sound of that. And we'll see what Outsiders have got in store for us in this pistol. A few players up towards Banana, and Norbert will tuck himself in towards the underpass. Renault is aware of the position, and here we go. A couple of frags for exit. That's lovely.
Tidy flashes from JOTA. They're assisting and all of that, as 1xBet odds are favoring Outsiders, and you can understand why. You'd think the odds would be a little bit more one-sided than they are, but we quickly jump and jive our way into A. Turtle, well, he's got as many kills now as he did in the previous map. Let's see how many more he can add. He had a real stinker on Vertigo.
He really did. I guess the whole team did after losing 16-2, but still looking good for this pistol. A smoke will go down towards the library area, and a plant will be granted at least. So still the advantage for MIBR, but still a very strong chance that Outsiders can actually win this one. They've got a Molotov as well. Where will they deploy it? Flitz will be challenged first, and there's the aforementioned Molotov going in towards short, and this is an isolated kill here, and, well, one that won't be realized. It's actually a very good effort from MIBR. 2 kills towards Banana, following the other towards middle, and the execution leaves a lot less to be desired. They've got the bomb down, sure, but will be MIBR picking the round up.
So there's the Marine Corps song that goes, I don't know, but I've been told.
Yep.
You know the one?
Yep.
So we learned to, in school, as part of like a carnival, when you'd have sports carnivals, you know, you'd have different factions and stuff.
Sure.
And I always thought, I learned at this tender young age, and I've thought up until this age of 33, that I thought it went, I don't know what I've been told.
Right.
But it's, I don't know, but I've been told. And I've thought that it's actually quite a difference in the song. I don't know, but I've been told.
I think I'm...
Versus I don't know.
I don't know if I should be admitting this. I thought it was I've as well, to be honest with you. I think I'm with you.
So I've learned something today. Because
How
I
did you
wanted
find
to
that
come
out?
in. Well, I was thinking of a way we could intro back into this, and I was gonna go, I don't know what I've been told, but then when I Googled it, it was, I don't know, but I've been told the Brazilian flag is green and gold.
Oh, that.
And I was gonna, you know, build up like a whole nice, you know, thing off the back of it, but I've kind of just been stunned by how stupid I am. So I'm glad I've learned something today.
Oh, we're all learning as we go forward here, and starting by bullets, it will be Norbert and co. who are being sprayed down through the smoke as they'll try and wrap towards the bomb site. This is the force fight, bear in mind, and they haven't really made a dent so far. JOTA finds the second kill of the round, and 3 players remain. They have been battered and bruised, however. Qikert and James down to around 50 HP as they hold towards the library and just hope a mistake comes in from the CT side here.
Yeah, a team who doesn't have any issues being patient is Outsiders. They've obviously shown a bit more flair and diversity in their play, but on these rounds, just trying to milk down the clock. Some sketchy sprays, boys. You have all the advantages in the world here, but you can't find the kills. So if bullets were expensive, MIBR be running out of cash, but we get them for free around here, and a couple of freebies on the USPs as they will finish the meal. It is just Flit.
Remember those days where you had to buy bullets in Counter-Strike?
Oh, I do.
What a weird time that was. Like,
The longest time.
yeah, you had to actually make sure, like, sometimes you could only get an AK and maybe 1 clip extra, so you'd have 60 bullets total.
When you'd buy a glass cannon orb, it would come with no ammo. So you'd have 10 bullets.
Yeah,
And that's all you'd use for the round, right? You wouldn't have a whole lot else. So definitely times have changed.
Round 3, and Outsiders with the Galils, the AK-47s, and a few smokes to work with as well. So MIBR have a great start here, still fighting admirably. As we'll see early smokes deployed towards the top and middle.
Oh
dear.
I was going to say the one with the gap on the left so that they could try an aggressive second mid maneuver here, but don't worry about that. Jane will just put damage down range and open things up onto JOTA, stepping wide behind that smoke. Now, Rush will let you know in the pro tips. Sure, vision's denied, but it's not a wall. Bullets will fly right through. At this point, in the 4v5 advantage early, for Outsiders, they might just want to look to turn the screws towards B. 4 players at the base of Banana here. Flit is the only one trying to keep things honest over towards A. Smoke deployed now. That will subside at about the 50-second mark, but seems to be enough to at least send Outsiders exploring elsewhere for the time being. It's now mounted his way up in towards the boiler position. His teammates congregating in the mouth of mid. And this has forced the heavy rotation for MIBR. They're gambling this will be an A finish. Oh, Turtle down. He's out.
Send back into his shell, Chad. Brennan not far behind. Is up to Henny here. Need multiple frags from him. Not going to happen. 1 CT remains, and that's exit. He might need to leave the area, to be honest with you. He's got nothing to say about this round. It is done. 4 players survived. They even left the bomb towards middle.
Never mind. Thought he was coming. He's not.
Yeah, if he'd explored towards middle, maybe he takes him, but not meant to be.
Way, isn't he? Look where Qikert is. So unless you... Hold up a second on these footsteps. You got to be careful. Qikert might hear a step or two. They're actually, this is one of the things I love that James calls with his team, is they'll hold off on the plant so they can make sure that they have them cornered in on the chases.
So when you know you've got the round guaranteed, gain some map control, some information, hunt them down, and now you can confirm he is there. So they'll boost above the smoke as well. This is an important kill. Saving them M4 would be massive. He gets in towards ruins.
And they're not doing it too risky either, outsiders, right? Like they could have just run through that smoke and gone, wow, let's kill him, we know where he is. But, you know, they're actually going to make sure that if they do it properly.
Respecting the smoke still.
Now Exit gets away with this at this point.
I think you're right. There's no presence from CT spawn, at least. So he isn't towards ruins. If they pincered him now and force the issue, they might catch him, but I don't think it's going to be the case. Qikert's the closest player. He still has to go around coffins, get in towards ruins, and then check this corner as well. Not going to happen. So he will save the M4, which is something. Their money is okay. With that saved M4, I dare say it could be forced by territory or a partial without it, but they've managed to get 3 rifles around this so far, and his James obviously didn't see anyone, even shot the grenade mid-air, and gets that first kill. So nice little swing, Turtle 10 packing there towards quad. Henny was good for 1, but at that stage you were just playing with their food, delaying the plant and trying to find that final player.
Biggest issue for me there is they did have the lion's share of their members after that opening kill on the A side, still just basically got blown over. See if they can respond here in round number 4. This is where it started to go wrong for them the previous map. And then it just continued to go from wrong to more wrong.
Wrong to more wrong. It can happen. We've all been there for sure. But quite a quiet and subdued round to kick things off. This is the retake utility.
The old school way, isn't it?
It is the old school way. We saw plenty of teams doing it from the fountain on the ground floor. But you'll throw this smoke first, the Molotov will come out after. Molotov will land just in front of the smoke itself to deny access and a push through. Just like that. Oh, actually does a tick of damage there.
Be careful, Qikert. Can't be giving too many away. Are they going to mount this boost of Breno towards the back of the site? Once this smoke subsides, Qikert wants to creep back through, so playing on the fade. Long smoke deployed, nice and deep, so Henny can't have any vision lines to work with here. But again, looking very likely to be the B finish.
Yeah, absolutely true. 5 players here, Exit and Breno to defend. Smoke in, and we've seen a lot of this boosted position. This time not good for a single frag. Exit, that's all he'll get. Round presumably over, Chad. I hate to say it, but
this is Inferno indeed. It is the favorite 4-letter word.
And there we have it. It will be a save. But a nice execution. You'd like to see that boosted player get at least 1. It's usually the angle. You need your teammates to either be on an off angle to spray them down after the initial damage, or be at emo and taking the attention at least when they run through. That seemed to be the worst of both worlds. He wasn't really active when they first came in and didn't mop them up either. So not really much found with the boost. It was a limited buy, so they will save 2 M4s, a single for Mass, and we'll have a look at the entry from Qikert. Nice flick up there, to be fair, but he had a lot of time to adjust.
I think that the timing on that was mega awkward for MIBR. You could hear that smoke bloom behind Qikert as he's coming through.
They weren't exactly ready.
And those are the worst, right? When you've been sitting ready and you think that you're going to stall them out here, but the disrespect, there's no dramas there for outsiders. And this is some great Counter-Strike. It's what you want to watch here. Outsiders likely to become one of these names as we do move into the RMRs with the Rio Major not that far around the corner, all things considered. Who could be a hot prospect. You know, this team, the core of the team now, and I guess we can start including Flit in that. It's no longer the Buster, Qikert, James situation. It's going to be Flit, Qikert, and James. They're consistently these names who make it deep in the big tournaments. They always seem like they're a bit of a threat. Never an easy team to beat.
Certainly not. Here we have it then. Round 5. Compromises across the board from MIBR. No more than Exit. It's just got the USP here. Breno with the CZ and a bit of a B stack. 3 players here with flashbangs primed, hoping they'll be gifted the opportunity of a contact play from outsiders here, which could happen on these sort of rounds.
If they get Banana for free again, maybe they will consider just another execute.
Bear in mind, if only 2 kills in the previous round, you know they're both B players, so logic dictates that's where the weaponry will not be. But in this case, we actually have got quite a lot of firepower. We'll see whether it works out for them. Henny with the M4 new boxes.
Is there any flames going to come over here?
Same boost again, Chad.
There's 2 mollies starting to burn away. This back-aside position has to get something done. Breno caught in no man's land, flash in the face, and Henny from up top, he sprays wildly out of bullets there. The 20 bullets really do hurt. Qikert Well, he'll just come in and clean house. That means Flip can activate towards Boiler, gets one, the info, and what should be the round. Qikert and James have all the time in the world to plant that bomb and set up in very, very potent post-plant positions.
Imagine, though, if he did it, Chad. After going 1 and, I'm not even sure it was
17.
1 and 17, he comes in and wins this huge 2 versus 1 clutch on the partial buy. Well, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. He will be saving towards T-spawn.
1 and 18.
1 and 18.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Make sure we get it correct.
Don't do it again, that's all I ask. We like to be totally accurate around here. If we don't know, we say we don't know.
Well, Qikert's very quick to this here again. I love the little proactive hunts from outsiders.
Worth the risk as well, right? Even more so now.
Oh, that's beautiful. Clean sweep, clean sheet. And a buy available here for MIBR short. Loss bonus has built up to that juncture for them. We're looking for a positive. That's about it. Flit has purchased in here with a Mac 10, and he actually has the best spawn right now. So towards the front of the pack is Flit. This could be telling us something quite quick, as we do give you the highlights and those Qikert kills, all they really needed.
Just running up towards Banana is an option, the apartments as well. Try and get in there. There's likely they don't have helmets. You know the money is compromised, and indeed, 4 players without helmets here. So we'll see what Flit is up to with the SMG. It's a very potent one as well. The Mac 10 of the run and gun potential. And like I said about the helmets, they need to be very careful of it. It is punishing. Can overwhelm CTs in the blink of an eye and have that same snowball effect that we see with the MP9.
Well, they know what they're up against now. So the Mac 10 has shown its face. We saw all these M4s across the map. Some damage done towards Fame, bottom of Banana. That's the long smoke. Oh, it'll throw that one out to obscure any vision. And it is the 3-2 standard defense on Inferno for now. Outsiders, they don't really have to rush things. A nice porch molly. Variations being showed by everybody. There's a close Banana smoke will be thrown here to clear out the right-hand side broom closet.
Good flash. Renault has got the information at least, but unsure of the numbers. A flashbang will send into a more defensive angle. Maybe opting for the crossfire here. And they've lost all vision now, so maybe have to reclaim the territory.
Don't have the nades to do it. They're going to have to do it with bodies alone, right? Unless Turtle can smoke something else and they can all push behind it.
They've at least garnered the fact that they're not at the top of Banana. That's something. They can keep 3 players towards A for now.
But the Mac 10 specialist.
Yeah, this is where things become problematic. If he gets into the pit, he's going to cause a lot of damage here. Good flash, but an even better shot there. Turtle still alive and kicking towards the pit. Nade on the front door, but only does minimal damage here. And the split begins. Henny will be doing God's work from the graveyard. Taking life away, and they still know Turtle's down there. So yeah, you're dead on. It looks like it's going to be fine. Have they got the bomb?
No, they just need to pick it up. They need to grab it now. 7-6, gentlemen. Gentlemen, the objective. The bomb's getting planted as a one-on-one. James against Exit on the site here, dancing around the single box. Exit has a very good idea where he is. Speculative shots, and James, he pivots out, down to the pistol now. Exit can't get it done. That was so close.
Wasn't pretty. I can't tell you why the bomb wasn't picked up. It looks like it's a bit awkward.
They're never in a rush, outsiders.
Definitely not, but still, you'd think with 5 seconds on the clock, they would have at least picked the bomb up, and either way, I don't know what I'm talking about. They won the round.
They won the round.
Planted, yeah, it's all fine. Like,
it's all good.
It cost them the round. You can't really say otherwise. So here it is. This is Turtle opening things up, but Flit takes him down, and with 4 seconds, absolute last second, gets the bomb down. James closes things out there. Exit running out of ammo, unfortunately. Couldn't get the reload in. It's a big round. They know it, and that's once more the MIBR will be down to just pistols. 5.7s, P250, CZs, and a pretty standard setup. Henny will be rotating back towards A, however. Molotov toward the sandbags, and they've got 4 smokes, so you can treat this like a gun round per se. You can try and run the clock down, which outsiders are more than happy to oblige in that sense. But a focus towards the quad side.
Well, I will take this little moment right now to give everybody a piece of information about how the ESL HUD works. You can see there on the top left-hand side of your screen, there's a couple of extra pieces of utility. You can see them behind number 2.
Reservoir.
And he's going to pick up one of those smokes now. So with the new drop grenades, it's a great way to keep track of these here. It also helps our observer team, Rush and Jay, who are currently covering off for you right now, to see and highlight any extra bits of nades. And you can also see next to the players' names who are the ones who dropped it. So Turtle's dropped that extra HE over towards B, which is grayed out under his name as number 1 on the HUD on the left-hand side. So a bit of information for everybody playing at home if you want to be able to get all that information and how to read it. There's a Little tidbit for you, but
Didn't know
again...
about the grayed out part. That's new info for me.
There we go.
So that actually helps quite a lot. Wish you'd have told me before, but
Sorry,
here we are.
Henry.
It's all good, and looks all good for outsiders as well, but here comes the stack. Breno with the double to CZ. You don't see too many of those these days. Can they capitalize upon it? It's not looking good. JOTA.
I don't know, he's here.
Still towards the pits. They haven't cleared it out, so you'd think there might be some awareness. But where's the third player? Flit isn't towards the apartment, so JOTA will need to strike here, and he absolutely does. From the pits, finds Norbert. Doesn't need to swing his James. Should be fine to hold his position, and they're being very patient with players without kits here, but they've got an AK-47. This is the real important kill. We're down to 4 bullets. You heard the click of death there, and it will punish him. So now Flit just needs to get at least one of these kills, and he should be fine. Without the defuse kit, it could be a little bit problematic.
This is smart from JOTA, though. He's just trying to cover off towards short. They're getting on the defuse right now. Flit is aware of the situation and takes the first fight. Fine as you like. Beautiful stuff from Flit. It was against a light purchase, but it's still a stressful situation. It
was still a very nice setup from MIBR. They did well, to be fair to them. They held their positions and managed to get a couple of kills with the CZ. That crossfire was looking tantalizing. You're right, they played it very well, but without the kit, 10-second defuse, and he flipped to make a heinous mistake, but wasn't able to replicate, and there will be another round for outsiders here. This was great work from JOTA, but as soon as that kill comes in, it's pretty much... He thought it was his teammate up there, okay.
Looking to the bodies.
Yeah.
It's corpses, so Flit, he would have bought enough time regardless there, but the kill, much nicer. Sort of showing us a different variation of U2. I don't think one of those smokes has landed incredibly well. It's up on the high rise, and Fame, well, he's tunnel visioned on this. The flash is back. Exit will buy Breno an opportunity to strike back, and Henny's AWP, the alligator over towards A, and there's that aforementioned smoke, looking like a cloud in the sky.
Qikert, though, I dare say he might help himself towards a B-bomb site. He knows he has to find a kill, and yes, indeed, a contact play.
It's through, Henry.
I really like this. This is the perfect call, because you're holding such a passive angle at Coffins, you don't really know if they've walked in. If he gets the first kill on Breno, who knows what could happen here. He'll be checking first oranges, almost certainly. Doesn't get the angle, though. The crouch eludes him.
Okay, well, lovely little pre-fire demonstration there from Qikert, showing you all the angles he was susceptible to with each little step. But this one is looking good for MIBR, especially now that Norbert's been chipped away at down to 25 points of health, and you can see where James is. I think you all know what time it is. Tap your watch, glance at the clock, and spam in chat. Love it.
They haven't had many opportunities today with the 16-2, so one of the first for a bit of game time.
That is true, and we always love it. I honestly think that if you're going to do any marketing as Jam, you have to release a watch line.
That's a very good point. What an amazing idea.
Or a Jam alarm.
Okay, yeah, alarm clock.
Now, I don't know what we would do with it. I'm not sure how we would.
I think I've read somewhere recently that having an actual physical alarm clock is a lot healthier than having a phone, because it means the phone's not in arm's reach all the time, you know?
Yeah, well, you know, back when I was with you and Alice, I was leaving my phone downstairs on the kitchen bench.
That's a good idea.
So when the alarm would go off, I'd have to go downstairs to get it, which is kind of disruptive for everybody else in the house. But yeah, now that I've said that, maybe that wasn't the best play. But if you can keep the phone out of the bedroom, I think that should be one of life's goals.
Yeah, it's almost attached to us these days, isn't it? It's just
or androids.
Extra limb. Yeah, it's a real problem, but not a problem for Breno, who managed to get the nice kill here towards the top of Banana and close things out as well as Qikert walks in towards the bomb site. Even with 12 points of health, he holds strong.
I suppose we're talking about the doom and gloom for MIBR and the fact that now they have no hope to be able to proceed in a top 3 position to the playoffs, but same situation for them, right? The RMR not too far away. They're also Brazilian representatives. They'll be part of the Americas RMR, where there are only 4 North American representatives. They will be Liquid, EG, Gladiators, I think it is, and Complexity is Breno through the smoke. One wasn't complex at all, just down the trigger, gets the kill. I might get another one here, Fame. Sure. That's through the grey screen. Great stuff from Breno. He's one of the shining lights.
Yeah, he has been in this tournament. Obviously quite quiet on the first map, but a good chance here now. Flit will be careful. And he might be in a lot of trouble here. He hasn't got much backup, but JOTA will be there to reinforce the position. But Norbert now focusing towards the arch, and he's got a clean, open runway.
Good awareness from him. Once he realized it was a double hole setup, he went to take that short space, realized they had dropped back, heard the side player, and has now pipped the gap, threaded the needle, made his way through mid to B and exit. He must know that there is a timing possibility here.
He's checking up. Oh, not checking.
Way too late to this.
Though.
Shark in the water right now. Qikert for Breno.
So
bit of a Jaws scene.
Just needs 1 kill towards B, and the round is pretty much done. They'll have full access towards Oh, he's making a lot of noise as well. He's jumping around, isn't he? So it's even more info.
Prince.
The fact he's doing that, you can guarantee no one else is in the bomb site. Like 100%. He can get himself deep in towards CT spawn here. I dare say Ruins might be the best bet. If he's got a nice deep smoke, that would be great. It's in front of him, and you've got no chance to even check these positions, Shad. It all comes crumbling down after finding the first 2 picks as well. Breno worked so hard for them. They're going for it. Not a move I'd recommend with that smoke there. That's the most potent smoke in a retake. You just got to call it off when that's down.
Yeah, very suffocating, but so are these hunts, right? So Flip knew that he could be a safety net over towards A in case they pushed. Just played that close mid position, got a kill for the banana retake, and now he's already cottoned off Henny, who has to play ahead of the flames here, burning, and out for now because more of a fight coming. Flip will be able to confirm that he's gotten off to elsewhere, and Norbert
fancies that.
Yeah, well, he's had the round-winning maneuver. Let's see if he can have the gun-stealing maneuver as well.
I think they might do. They've got the Molotov, so who has the Molotov? It's actually James. So if he can Molotov the back pit and Norbert swings off it, that would be great. There's the Molotov, maybe a little bit ahead of it. Oh, he's gone down! It actually works out. Wow.
We'll give him that.
He jumped into the flame zone, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he knew it was there.
A bit. I don't know for sure whether it got away, but it didn't look good, and that's a successful operation from Outsiders. They've removed the AWP. But here's Breno pushing down towards a banana, open things up. He did get the double as a 5-on-3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the round still falls apart. They lose everything. Didn't even save the orb.
Not ideal.
Oh, ships in the night, and Norbert. So much information. Breno was jumping at the top, and Henny, he could have got away, but yeah, it was obviously a wild and chaotic moment.
Look at this from Jame.
Double orb set up.
Yeah, up close personal behind the smoke from Jame though, and waiting for this to fade. I think there might be a bit more of an A play off the back of this. The rest of his teammates are just puffing up their chest and making it look like a standard default. All it's going to take is a smoke over towards long, and they'll remove that avenue of access from JOTA. But here he is, Breno up in the apartment's going to get double swung, and good awareness. Ready for the boiler player first. That's normally how you do it. The halls player tends to be the more expected of the two. And they're giving up the fact that there is another AWP out on the board. Let's see when Henny will reveal himself as part of this puzzle. So mid-util being lined up. Qikert's going to come forward with a fight. Flash towards short. Breno gives away his position with the shot. More information for Jame, the mastermind, to work with.
Well, here we go. They're dissecting middle of this stage. No one towards B whatsoever. All 4 players committed. Turtle, though, known to play the pits, will be dropping a smoke to buy himself some protection, some time, but they've actually bolted down as well. So the flashbang will have to be stellar. It does affect Flame's vision, but overall he does get the kill. 4-on-4, JOTA with it all to play for once again. Can't see anyone. Just waiting for a mistake to be made. The bomb is dropped down. The AWP of Breno, though, I can say he'll get a kill here. Gets the shot off, but no frag.
They don't have any way to get out of here. They're going to have to fight. They're going to have to battle forward here. Jame taking more of an elevated stance over towards this balcony and owns JOTA. He can pick up the bomb and plant default now. How is this one going wrong?
Well, it might still be saved here. Breno continues to hit shots here. This time he does convert it. Flit down in the pits. Bomb planted, however, and no utility to speak of on the T side. So there is a smoke at the CTs. Jame knows that they're in a real difficult, suffocating spot here. 2 players towards default, and they could be sprayed down momentarily, but it's a double AWP on the retake.
Oh,
a double AWP.
Dealing with this, 2 for him. There was the back of Jame that could have been spotted there, but Fame has alleviated any of the pressure, and Henny, he has to save.
There's no choice.
Good for a moment there for MIBR, but not to be the case. Breno with another opener.
The opening picks once again, and those 5-on-4s just keep working out in Outsider's favor. And Henny will save the AWP at this juncture, but still a disappointing round for them. 7-3. Remember, it was MIBR that won the pistol as well, got the 2-0 conversion. They've had 1 single gun round since then. Not all is lost yet, but on the CT side of Inferno, alarm bells might be going off at this stage, and they will call for a tactical timeout just to discuss their options, where they want to position the AWP. And with 3,500 per player, I guess you kind of have to buy into this one, I would say. Like with the scoreline the way it is, the way it's going, you've got an AWP. I'd say you're desperate at this stage, maybe worth investing. You did look very blind, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess just coming out of the fade there.
Yeah.
And this is the shot from Jame here. So he can see the antenna. He's looking at the antenna of him hiding behind the box the entire time. This is a great replay.
Just has to take the shot eventually. They had nothing. And opens things up. The bomb gets planted. The rest is history, as they say. And here comes the buy, Chad. I guess a partial buy. 3 MP9s around the AWP. I don't mind this at all. I think that's a good compromise.
Well, it's the best of a bad situation.
Yeah. But I would say Henny might have to be a little bit more active. Currently set on is it 1 kill?
7.
No, he's on 12. Sorry.
7 feels already enough. Right? It already feels like more than enough for this map to be outsiders in a 2-0 fashion, right? 7 on the T half is phenomenal.
Yeah, you would be happy with this as a half in general, but reading the situation well, the MAC-10's out. Again, those helmets are a real factor here. They have none of them. So the MAC-10s will absolutely demolish anyone in their track, and that's the orb gone. MP9 still can cause some damage here, but it could also be in vain, as it's just a single frag there. The AK-47 will come out on top, obliterating JOTA, and just exit remaining. 8-3, orb gone. Save.
Bit of a conundrum going on in Twitch chat right now.
What is the conundrum?
Well, they're having a bit of a conversation.
All right.
If exit gets the entry frag, is it
an exit kill?
An exit frag?
Yeah.
Or an entry frag from exit?
Great philosophical questions.
They've been asking it, and you know, this is the thing. We know some of the brightest minds exist in Twitch chat.
It's where they're crafted for sure. But they're formed in their initial stages.
And they've really given us something to think about here for the remainder of this game. So we'll get our best men on it. Harry and Hugo aren't too far away. They tend to be the ones we sit down in a room for hours at a time to think through some of these deeper, darker thoughts. So if you have any more of those, make sure you use the hashtag EPL mailbag. A new hashtag we're making around here.
5th hashtag, I believe. So
the more hashtags, the better. But you have to make sure you use the hashtag ESL Pro League with any of the other hashtags that you would choose.
Right. Okay, well, I think that's clear enough.
Yeah.
Also, tag us in it, so Chad and I actually see if it's a question for us.
Yeah, the visibility for us required, because I can just zip it up, I can bring it up, and we can have a chat about it here, because sometimes we want to hear what you're up to at home, the viewers of ESL Pro League.
Well then, Outsiders looking for a clean 2-0. So far, so good. They'll continue with the MAC-10 in hands of Norbert. Same reasons before. That's the lack of helmets on the CT side. He can make very light work of them. The orb for Jame on the T side. They've already won the half. The job's already begun, to be honest with you. It's their pick. They're considered one of the best teams on Inferno. And, they might be going down here. Qikert will be for sure. Nice work. MIBR.
Here's the thing, right? For Outsiders right now, they're very, very focused. Whereas MIBR, I'm sure that they would want to put up a bit of a fight here and try and continue their campaign. Because, as mentioned, the RMR coming up is going to be a tournament they want to be informed for. So this is a great chance in an official to get some reps in here. But for Outsiders, they win this game, they're guaranteed a spot in the top 3. This game means everything for their life here in Pro League, and it's one of the easier opponents to get it against, right? So for them, they're taking every round mega seriously, especially for the likes of Norbert and Fame, right? These guys are still newer boys to this level of CS. Qualifying for the playoffs of EPL is a big deal. So that's why you're seeing them just come in every round, mega serious. They're not having any foot faults. We're not getting any crazy moments here, Henry. We're getting Outsiders approaching things by the book, and I love to see it. It's just hard to get excited for them when we feel like we already know where this one's going to end.
They haven't had to rely on any crazy clutches or insane 1v2s or anything like that. It's all just been very clinical and calm, to be honest with you. So yeah, more of the same here. Saving once again makes sense. They have no look into this round with the low HP of Fame and Jame. Norbert with the AK-47 is making sure no CTs are hunting them. But overall, this is the right decision. And MIBR will find their 4th round. Pretty decent work, it has to be said, towards Banana. Good grenades. Molotovs are spot on. Lots of damage inflicted. 2 kills found. Job done. Pack it up.
And we'll talk about the fixture for later this evening. If you're going to be hanging around on your Saturday night and the feeling's right, we have the match of the week. FaZe taking on G2 in a bit of an anticipated affair. Those two teams going toe-to-toe. Always seem to have a bit of a fun time. Nico versus Carrigan. You guys all love it. But the man of the moment, the man you're all been waiting for, the man we want to see take that stage yet again, Hooksy.
I think I know who you mean, yeah.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, it's going to be a great night. A fun evening of Counter-Strike for sure. And I might stick around for it, Chad.
You want to hang here?
I watch it live, yeah.
Take it all in?
Get down there in the booths.
All right.
Yeah, be a mascot. But round 13, getting to the bookend here of the first half. M4s and an AK-47 for Breno. And here we go. It's going to be the first kill coming through. That's Jane. As you might expect, he'll find Turtle. And the round comes to a bit of a standstill. Just going to wait for the reaction plays, the utility to be dropped. They have to investigate now. There was a clean kill towards the top of middle as well. Was he flashed in, Turtle? What was he going for?
Well, they have been doing like a flash arch combo where they like try and pick against the mid aggression, but against Jame on the AWP, you're going to be a little bit more hard pressed, aren't you?
You have to wake up pretty early in the morning to catch him out.
no one can catch James. I think Hugo referenced him yesterday as the Time Lord.
That's a good one.
That's a great name for James.
Yeah.
The number disadvantage stack is actually looking like it could be in the right place for now. The bomb is still in the mid choke point.
Back towards B potentially.
Yeah, there's plenty of options still available here. Orbit's thrown out that porch molly. They have definitely flushed out anybody for the mid control. Nobody throwing anything back in exchange, and now all 5M banana. So for MIBR, they've put their dougs on the wrong color here, and it's looking like a free bomb site for outsiders. So they're just going to walk on in. They're going to have a really easy time here. As mentioned, they're going to take this one very, very seriously as to not give away a freebie. Still waiting for people to tweet on in with the hashtag ESL Pro League tagging at HenryG CSGO and at Sponge. There's nothing here just yet, guys.
Mailbag is looking a little thin. Yes, indeed.
We can't read any of your thoughts if you don't send your thoughts.
Well, and all I'm thinking this round is it is over. Unfortunately, MIBR lose one pick, and that was Turtle. They helped themselves to beat bomb site. MIBR took a bit of a gamble, and there it is, 9-4. They'll save the weaponry at least. That's something to bring forward into the next round. He can join himself. You
consider getting into any GTA 5 RP, Henry?
I've always wanted to, but it's always the installation. It's like DayZ when you play that. You have to go through all the process of getting all the mods, all the downloads, the accounts, find a server, get everyone meeting up.
Okay.
By the time you've got through all that, it's like, right, guys, actually, do something else and play CS instead. Like GTA, the downloads, like,
it's huge.
A terabyte as well.
Yeah, it's a big game.
To get anyone who hasn't got fast internet download it. So I've tried. I think I'd be quite good at it, but at the same time, I've said to myself, I'll wait for the next version of GTA to come out, and presumably they'll incorporate it into the main game.
Hopefully.
At that point. That would make sense, right? It's been the thing that's keeping the game alive.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of NoPixel. Watch it when the Juicer himself is in there, but I also watch a gentleman called Buddha, who in the game, he plays a character called Mr. Lang.
Okay.
Who is the Time Lord in the RP. So I wanted to make it come full circle here. And I also could bring in the fact that Kiyashima, he does a bit of GTA 5 RP himself. So
also a Malta resident.
Isn't that the case? So just thought I'd bring it back to Counter-Strike here for everybody at home.
Yeah, I've never watched it either. It does look like fun though, don't get me wrong.
Some fun storylines.
Yeah. Well, anything but fun for the MIBR story.
Isn't that the case?
They needed the 2-0. They haven't got it. Even if they win this series now, they'll still be out of the group. Just to reiterate that, don't want to keep banging on, but even if they win 2-1, it's not going to be helping them.
Well, we were told when we used to work with certain broadcasts that 80% of our viewers are new viewers. So it's probably good that we continue to rehash the same situation time and time again. And if you wanted the 20%, sorry about that. You guys can put up with the antics. Here we go. Sub 1 minute. And he's AWP trained now over towards the short side, looking for a fight or two. Banana control, that's been gifted on over here, but will that be the port of call for the finish? There's one man on the site of exit, the 4-man lean towards A again. Just maybe it will be the A play.
I like Henny's position though, but one that won't be converted straight away. When you hit that first shot, you're moving back to a more defensive line. It has to be the case. Turtle, he'll have to do tremendous work here towards the apartment position. An exchange of frags there towards the arch side, and Flint will wallbang the sniper down. Turtle, he just gets absolutely dunked on there. A spam through the smoke, that's about all they can do at this point. Round, I would say guaranteed. A perfect plant from Jay, meaning they can even stay in the pit and survive there. As once more, Exit and Jota, well, I think they'll be hunted. Qikert, more than happy to oblige. Hunting season is on. The horn has been sounded, Chad.
How does the horn sound? Oh, I thought it'd be more like a foghorn.
Why would you think that?
I don't know. I just had a foghorn. Like we can see, I have a lot of boats around here, and I guess
not much fog though.
Yeah,
to be fair,
that is true. I just use it for fun.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, no fun to be had here.
This hunt is fun.
It could be if they make it clean. Exit with a chance to take a couple down. There's the first. Jota, I dare say, he's got a frag as well. And James, he can go for this. They've got money for days. They will be giving up AK-47, so down he goes.
That's a flash to swallow right there. One more round to play. Plenty of cash to splash.
Yeah, worth the hunt for sure.
We're going to do the monster mash.
Double AWP setup for MIBR. Here was the arch altercation. Back and forth when the trades. That's already MIBR getting us. It's not going to be good enough. Oh, the chicken. Did he survive? Yes, he did. Thank God for that.
Thanks for the chicken. Really, just it was a I guess a beacon of hope for James there.
Telling him where the player was. Like, don't look anywhere else. Follow me. Exactly. So double orbs. Breno and Henny have to make this work. They need the last round. I think we all know this by now. They lost 16-2 in the first. 5 is an absolute minimum requirement here, as James might not get the better of Henny here.
But James is the type of guy who will come and sit this and hold this angle for 30 seconds, right? This is what he does on mid doors at Dust 2. They post him up, and all he has to do is wait, and...
Will he come back?
All the elbows spotted. Oh, I didn't hit him. Oh, Henny was very cautious about the peaks
and
across.
He removes his position completely now.
Exchange between the AWPers here. I guess it's pick your poison at this point if you're James. Which side do you want to get into? It's gambler's choice. This banana control with that extinguish. Breno should cop a... I was going to say flash. Molly's even better. You can't hold that line anymore. The boost to secure. It's just Sandbag that's the question mark. And remember, double orbs, like you said, couldn't imagine a worse prospect than having to retake this B bomb site.
Well, if Breno can get a couple of kills upon entry and this set them up for a 3-on-3 at least, they're obviously going to go for it, but you're right. James, with his AWP, we're locking them down towards spawn. The rotation's in. You've got an AWP to retake as well. Won't be ideal. Flash is presumably coming in, and now they know he's on the bomb site. Exit will have to deliver on all fronts here. He's getting kills through the smoke. Can he find 2? They're going to have to go through now.
Oh, come on, James.
What? Oh, they managed to bring it back in their favor. You hate to see it, and now the AWP trying to retake from the coffin position. This could be all said and done here. Round number 15 looking difficult, but still catching one through the gap of the smoke there. Just as it fades away. James not having any of them.
Take the fight. He steps on out into the AWP. Flit now. Position noted over towards Banana. The kill onto JOTA. Will give it up. It's Turtle and Henny. The two of them have to dial in here to get this one done. Flit's going to give himself a lurk smoke to work with here. It's Turtle who has to deal with this because now it's the AWP in a terrible position. Flit can play with the clock, play with the time, play for 11, and the jump over the top will confirm that he's not on the bomb. Looking great for Flit now. Time starting to become the biggest issue for Henny here as he taps it again, and Flit just toying with him. Absolutely schools him right there. No time. 11-4, and Outsiders looking good for a 2-0 victory.
A masterclass on the terrorist side of Inferno there. 11-4 after they decimated the opponent on Vertigo. Looking like more of the same here as we'll take a break and be back with the conclusion of Inferno and indeed this series right after these messages.
Will be the first map, T-side start for SK Gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, the grand final. Cloud9 versus SK Gaming. Let's make some noise! CZ's armor smokes, and they're so deadly with this weaponry.
Back in 2017, SK Gaming was one of the dominant forces on the global Counter-Strike scene, and part of that success was possible thanks to coldzera. Deemed the best player in the world both in 2016 and 2017, this Brazilian star shined bright in the Lanxess Arena. His team made it all the way to the Cologne Grand Final, where they had to face their North American rivals, Cloud9. Everyone knew just how high the stakes truly were. However, SK asserted their dominance almost immediately, and it was the legend himself who led the charge, which soon paved the way to a decisive victory.
Skadoodle has to go close range here with his MP7. Okay, Fallen somehow takes him down. I thought that was a guaranteed frag.
And Shroud gets the two that want to split through connector, covering off drop. It's a good hold. This coldzera is the only one to get a kill back. It's on Stewie. Cold's just fighting at this point to try and salvage the round. There's no way Plant is in mind. It's all about kills. It's a 1 versus 2. Doesn't really have the range on the CZ. Has the accuracy. Oh, he gets off with coldzera! What a way to start off!
All right, Counter-Strike fans, let's be having you then. 11-4 to Outsiders here, looking to close things out in a 2-0 fashion, which I dare say might happen here, Chad. But we're hoping for an explosive finish here. Hopefully, some high-flying antics and a fly in the ointment, perhaps. Maybe MIBR have something left to be said on this map. They'll go over to the T side now. If they win the pistol, who knows? They've got nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah, I don't want to be the damp sponge around here. Definitely not soaked at this moment.
No.
But things are looking suboptimal. Is one term that you could use.
Yep, that's fair. I think that's accurate. And at this stage, MIBR, they're not doing too much in the pistol round to kick things off. They're waiting for the aggression. Every team's been running down middle at the start of these rounds.
Take a screenshot. We might not see this for another couple of weeks, everybody. No dual Berettas.
True. Good point.
Thank God.
Again, I've only seen the dual Berettas get 1 kill in the round. Never seen a big sequence this tournament. I'm hoping they prove me wrong eventually. It doesn't seem to be justified, if you ask me, but
$300 bucks. Valve are just tempting everybody to buy them now. They make them a little bit cheaper. $300 a bargain. Get a HE, a P250, a pair of jewelry. You know, and get a lot for $300.
That's true.
A flash and a decoy.
Yeah. Good point. I like the decoy. I think that's a little underrated. Just for using it to bounce around the corners, do the heating.
So does Breno.
He's got one, has he?
Nice. Donned a decoy. As the Moto smoke lands, the pit molly's in play and the waterfall out the apartments into their demise. Norbert has been able to click the first head, but JOTA with the response right here, and it's starting to get chaotic on the side. JOTA with the second, make it the third, and Breno, he's taking down Flit, so kick it. Or better kick it quick, because he's got a full bag of nades and no hope of winning this one. Let's call that 5. MIBR out the gates, strong with the pistol.
Yeah. Both of them.
That's always fun, because then the death segment gets to be, well, you know, the scoreline was a little bit misleading. They won both pistols and the, you know, that's the unfortunate factor here. Is it's going to extend the game, make it look a little bit closer. But this has just all been Outsiders.
Indeed, and he's got a sort of smoke and a flash and AG to save, so might as well.
We got some messages coming in here.
Mailbag's filling up?
Yeah, the mailbag is filling up right now. We've even had one gentleman who has hashtag ESL mail, M-A-L-E bag. So I enjoy that one right there in itself. That's quite comical. What else we got coming in here? We won't discuss the NIP Alexi thing. That's definitely a long format situation. Tarnish, I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. He would like us to say meow. So I just said it.
I guess he wanted a bit more enthusiasm, perhaps. Can you try again? Meow. There we go. That's all he wanted. Was that so hard?
It wasn't hard.
No. I'm sure he enjoyed it. He made his day there.
We got some other questions coming in, but we can return to those after this force buy.
Yes, indeed. What a force buy it is. Desert Eagles and a single MP9. There's a 5-7 with Qikert as well. Missed that. But he had the saved utility from the previous round as well. So, up to Flitz here. Patrolling towards middle. We know he's good for a 1 Deagle 2. Denied the opportunity this time. Presence known and confirms the fact that they are down to the pistols here. They have at least invested somewhat into the round.
I feel like if a Deagle gets to sit top mid like that and take that type of a glance, that it's definitely telling of how slow this default could be. And that is a great nade from Qikert there, right down the back pocket of 2. He's going to have to smoke to deny. They might be quick on this.
In front of it, I think.
The fact they're on the left side, this is normally a little bit worrisome.
So Qikert times it to perfection there. It's not the best smoke, but it certainly holds them off.
Yeah, Hobbitt's been real cheeky with these, by the way. Like, he's been mega cheeky in throwing ones with gaps. I don't know if you want to do it when you only have a 5-7. I'd love it if you have an M4 where they play... He's thrown the same smoke intentionally twice here, so I suppose he is looking to try and exploit that gap.
Has yet another smoke as well, and it's still going to be an A stack here, so suggesting you don't want to come to the B side. We've got 3 smokes here. It's locked down. Go towards A, lads. But it's all a ruse. Flit trying to bait in Jame here with the MP9. Needs to fire off a shot or 2, I would say, but Jame will beat him to the punch and now trying to stay alive in the corner. Desert Eagle strikes. Maybe a chance for a second kill here, but not meant to be. 4 versus 2, Qikert and Fame. Oh, just Qikert now. He's removed from the equation. Fame may be good for 1 kill here with the Desert Eagle, which he gets.
Can he get his hands on the gun? If the gun got tossed forward to him, I think Fame's the type of guy who could have made that work. That's a little bit unfortunate there with the fall of the weapon. Oh, dear. Okay, well, an attempt there from the Outsiders. A good idea, a good concept. Better shooting from MIBR. So we're guaranteed at least a 7th round.
Absolutely guaranteed. I would say there's only a Zeus purchase, really. They've got a couple of Deagles, but I want to see Norbert's efforts there with the taser. Good work by Exit. MIBR fighting valiantly here. There it is, Breno with the first kill. Opens up their operation towards the B-bomb side.
Oh, I don't think we'll get to see Norbert Zeus doing a whole lot.
No, probably not at this stage. They're looking likely just to walk in towards the B side, knowing they've got that first kill. Flashbang will be deployed momentarily. In they go. It's assessing the situation, making sure nothing's given away. Molotov towards the new boxes here. And first oranges. Flash yourself, good measure. And job's done.
Yeah, it's really easy to do that new box molly. You just saw the lineup right there. Very, very easy stuff as we hang out with Norbert. Can we maybe inspect Norbert as a player model here, Jay or Rush? Maybe we could take a look at a couple of cool features he has. I do like his knife. Same knife as I have. So Susan has the same knife. So let's take a look here. What do we got a gas mask on, so it's going to get a bit difficult to breathe. They have a knife on the chest. I think what they would normally wear, and I don't know if this would be the case. Jay, give me a nod. That doesn't look like a plate carrier to me, mate. That just looks like he has a vest on.
Yeah, I think you might be right. It's a tactical vest, I think, instead of the plate carrier. Is there
something under that? I don't know. He's given a nod, so that's normally a good sign from Jay. What is that on his belt there? Is there anything interesting on his belt?
Looks like something like abseiling, maybe?
Yeah.
Abseil down a building. Use that.
Okay, is that like a belaying tool? Is that what it's called? Is it for belaying? Is that
I think you might be onto something there. I think that's for abseiling for sure.
All right, well, I guess you could also put different mags in those pockets.
Absolutely, put a few more accessories. But there we go, round concluded. MIBR do find the 3-0 conversion. We have a technical timeout. Exits got a few issues to deal with, but it's actually JOTA that leaves us over. So I think Exit is providing the information as the in-game leader will be reconnecting shortly.
And if you are a newer viewer to Counter-Strike, welcome. We hope you stay. One of the things you need to know in technical timeouts is these players need to make sure that they aren't communicating by any means with one another here. The only players that should be talking are the ones who are currently involved in the technical timeout. We hopefully will be getting JOTA back in the server very, very soon. And we can have a look at some of the different, I guess, bits and bobs on the desks here. We do have some wired mouse or mice.
Yeah, I haven't seen players carry a hand towel around for a while, but it makes sense. High pressure environment. I get sweaty hands as well. You want to have a nice dry mouse. Makes sense.
I think like Zentaro's did some surgery. His were notoriously very sweaty hands.
So what, you got like the injections you can get?
I don't know. I remember hearing something about it. I don't know the exact details, so maybe I shouldn't open my mouth unless I have a little bit more to add, but I think so.
Yeah, there's a procedure I believe you can get done. It's never been too much of a problem for me. I haven't looked into it, but either way, that's making sure it's all nice and dry on the desk. That's how you like it. You don't like anyone to touch your mouse pad, do you?
No, go near it. I think that because I've seen so many times, and I've definitely told this little anecdote before, but you know, the mouse pad is the most sacred thing, right? It's where your mouse. This is you in the server, is your hand on the mouse and the way that glides across that mouse pad. So you want to make sure nobody's putting drinks on it, near it, next to it, in the vicinity of. Keep it clean.
Plates of food as well, I'd imagine.
Imagine some crumbs on your pad. The only crumbs that you want is the opponents in the server.
It's true. And it looks like all technical issues have been resolved. Thank you for bearing with us. We'll get right back into the action here. Round 19, as Outsiders look to close this one out in their CT campaign. They have given up the pistol and the 3-0 conversion as mentioned, but now a 3-man assault towards the banana area. Good grenade should do some damage here. Considerable damage towards JOTA. And it's Breno at the top. It's James. Takes down the firing line here with the AWP. Good flash over, confirms they haven't made it all the way up, but decent grenade in response.
A very good response here of utility. It means the Qikert can't just stay over towards the sandbag position. It appears they want to keep James Orp here for now, and there's still smokes available to try and keep this bomb site on lock, but this is currently applying a lot more pressure to Flit over towards that long side, and of course, over towards Pit, it will be that of Norbert. Now, Norbert, as the Pit player, traditionally gets to hold on to their smoke, so he still has a smoke to his name, the same Flit as well. So a lot of crowd control utility to use on A here, as MIBR start to at least force their hand a little bit. The long dividers to smoke deployed.
Well, Molotov towards the quad position as well. They have been granted mid control in its entirety, and Arch is actually looking pretty decent for them. They're taking all the vision away, no CT presence at all. They will be wrapping around towards the bomb site. JOTA and Breno will re-smoke the library here, and James, he's taking matters into his own hands. He's looking for the pick and response and nails it. Will there be a second? There absolutely will. Averts his gaze for a second and will be dropped. But Norbert, 2 massive kills. 4 versus 1 now. JOTA with no HP. It's quite a clean finish.
It doesn't feel like it, but it's the first round for them in the second half. So
yes.
Also, Henry, take a look at the scoreboard right now. You've got Henny on 18 kills on one side with Exit and Breno at 13 apiece. On the other side, Flit has the highest with 13. So I think that these outsiders are pacifists.
They must be. That's actually a very good point. I didn't notice that, but it looks like if you looked at that scoreboard, you would say MIBR are probably winning. They've got more kills across the board. Strange, absolutely. But Turtle managing to have a decent shift there. He's got himself up to 6, so better than 1. But here we go.
Definitely better than 1. Towards palms. What do you think of this default spread these days, man? Because Inferno, we were talking the other day with Twist and Carrigan, and they really like Mirage, and they really like Inferno. They think that those two maps, as far as they play, but this map is so... You do have to wait out a lot of utility early. That's one of the keys here. You can't really go anywhere fast on the T side. And look, you get 1 minute and 55 seconds, so I don't mind it. But it's very hard to get away with fast plays on Inferno these days.
I guess because there are points of access for the CTs as well. Aggressive strategies can be deployed. It's also a guessing game, just making sure that hasn't happened. You have to go through the protocols, making sure they're not peeking second middle, the orb's not going down towards the bench position. So yeah, I guess for those reasons, those are powerful spots, but only going to be happening a few times a half. You just got to make sure that they're pushed back. But yeah, this is another slow-paced round here for now, and it's all about this mid-control. Normally the start of any default is take the vision away from the CTs. He's got more than enough vision for a double kill. They just don't really know what happened to them now.
He just used the Molotov sound to run behind, to guise the steps, and then get a double kill lineup. Flit is mental, right? The discussion I was having before about Dustin saying that he's taken the responsibilities of Qikert in terms of having to make these heads-up plays and moves. James the boss, but Qikert was the second in charge, and now that has fallen to Flit. He just makes a heads-up play there and secures what should be the 13th round, because that's freed up this push from Qikert as well. Just
as we said, that's the motions of the default, right? You're taking vision away. He's like, well, I'm not going to let you have all this free real estate. I'll take matters into my own hands, and with the AK-47 especially, I think spotted him. They're looking towards C-steps.
Yeah, they're trying to save, so I guess hoping for a safe avenue away from where Qikert pushed. He has wormed his way in towards the T house, but with that awareness from Henny's vision, they should keep themselves concealed, and they do. Just 3 more rounds now. This will lock outsiders in to the top 3, and that just means there's 1 more spot. So if FaZe pick up their win later today, I think that's enough to get them through. Potentially even in first place, I do believe.
And for first place, if you're not aware, so all top 3 teams go through, but in first place, you go straight to the quarterfinals, which is a huge step. So yeah, that's definitely worth fighting for. G2 are guaranteed to get out of the group, but not guaranteed first place yet.
Exactly.
They were the first team to go through.
Yeah, if you're FaZe, you probably want to have, you know, as few officials as possible. You know that the major's just around the corner. You're the defending champions. You want to keep as much secret as possible.
True, that's a very good point.
Well, that's the second kill of the round.
Yes, he can. Yeah, we haven't really had a chance to discuss anything because just as the round starts, they've lost 2 frags. There's been almost no response. Stray bullet through the smoke would make 11 HP, but that's about it. Jame will now have full control of the B-bomb site, and as soon as his presence is known, I dare say they'll have to go A, where 4 CTs are residing.
Now, I wonder if Jame uses clear decals here, right? Because that wall looks pretty dirty with blood.
They're coming for him.
They should try and just run him down here, but Jame, he's at Wise Owl. He's repositioned. He's rotator of fame just around the corner, but still into the 3 players on the A site, and Qikert is re-aggressing, this time elsewhere.
Still a worthwhile campaign from MIBR. They've forced a rotation towards B at least, the man disadvantage. Qikert with maybe false information here. He's calling they haven't made their way past middle, but they've already snuck past. So this could be problematic. They've got no one watching the quad side. But he's still aware of it. You can see Norbert's checking it every now and then.
Ooh, having to do the grunt work here, Norbert. Now the smoke's going to land front sight. Going to stall them out at arch. But here's Qikert, the trap card. He's going to activate late. A Dark Magician needed here just to kick it as Norbert, with that reposition, felt like he should have been good for that frag, but JOTA sharp and tries to commit to the second, swings out towards the library. Nothing to check in, and there it'll be 14. Outsiders should be fired up now, just 2 rounds away from taking care of business.
Absolutely true. Only $2,000 per player on the MIBR side. Not shoving all in, though. They're going to be taking a partial buy here, allowing outsiders to essentially get to series points. you can understand why they're not looking too fired up on that side, but they'll give it all they've got here. Oh, it's not even a partial buy. It's more of an eco, to be honest with you.
See, this is how I know that Maui and I are kindred spirits, even though we don't agree on the whole JKS situation. He just tweeted at me saying, when one of my exes put drinks on my mouse pad, I knew the relationship wasn't built to last. I had the same experience, Maui. I had the same experience, and they got worse when they knocked the glass of Coke over onto my pad, and I don't drink Coke, so you can know damn sure it wasn't my beverage.
It's a sticky substance, to say the least, isn't it?
Sent down to the local Harvey Norman to get me a new one. That was definitely the way that one finished.
Is that a man or a shop?
It is a man who owns a shop.
Off you go to see Harvey Norman.
Go see
I need a mouse pad. Yeah, off you go.
I want one just like this.
So, not the best start here on the eco situation, but they have managed to get a kill and indeed an AK-47. JOTA down to 13 points of health. They'll try and bait out utility here, which I suppose is relatively successful. They would be going in off this, but one smoke removed. Turtle tucks himself into the corner. Grenades and chickens waiting towards spawn. A boost. Well, one that won't be doing them too many favors, I'm afraid. And he's got the kill there as well, Qikert. There it is, Chad, series point. What do you got to say about that?
As we could have prophesized at the start of the day, this one hasn't had the punch that I think we're all expecting.
Behind it, is that?
No, because we saw MIBR, they took a map off of Big, they took a map off of FaZe. You coming in thinking MIBR, okay, they've got some heavy hitters. Great to see Henny back. We all know that he had that furious stint where he decided to throw it all in. It was quizzical. We didn't think we'd ever see Henny again, and now he's back again on another Brazilian roster. Norbert, do it to him, Norbert. Do it to him, Norbert. Do it. You need to do it. You need to make your family proud, Norbert. Oh, can't bring out another knife. Got one yesterday, not today. Exit dead, and he can't save anything. So just one more round of play here. Dustin, I swear he will smile once they're locked in for the playoffs, but he knows still 5 more kills to find.
Yeah, they are guaranteed top 3 after winning this map, which will be a sigh of relief, I'm sure. It hasn't been too hard fought, I suppose, in this particular series, and I guess understandably so after that first map. MIBR needed a 2-0 today to even stand a chance making it out of the group. They are 0-3 right now, soon to be 0-4. One more day of play tomorrow on Super Sunday. Chad, are you excited for it?
Yeah, look, the best case scenario I think we can get is if G2 beat FaZe, then the big versus FaZe game is for all the marbles.
Yeah,
now,
that's a good point.
That means that G2 have to upset FaZe, which in itself is going to be quite the feat. Yeah, tomorrow might be a bit of a dead rubber.
Could be. Could be. Well, does it all end here? These are the questions. They do have the AK-47. Took the eco in the previous, allowing outsiders to get the series points and still not looking too convincing with their remaining utility here. 1 minute 10 on the clock. Pretty default spread. They've got basic banana control, but yet to get vision at the very top. But the CT's boosted in towards CT spawn. Fame at first oranges with the flashbang ready and primed.
Okay, well, when we're sub a minute and the bomb is now starting to make its way apartments, it's very clear this will be the A finish. Over towards the pit position is Norbert with a whole bucket load of utility, and in the sight is going to be his right-hand man of Jane with that AWP. That is perfectly timed, perfectly placed. They can even put another one there, but I think they're going to have to explode through this. Turtle's ready, the knife's out. He wants to run and jump with the flashes here. This could be the finish as the rotation's coming. Full banana information right now for outsiders.
Here we go.
Henry.
Deep breath, boys. We're going to have to jump through now, and they've actually done a pretty successful job of getting out of the apartment, but Norbert will find 2 huge kills from the pit position. It's a 4 versus 3. Henny incredibly low, and Qikert's in the prime spot to take him down. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Outsiders are confirmed to make it to the playoffs here, and they made it out of the group.
I think you just realized there was only 13 seconds left.
Yeah.
Exit going for a clutch, not the case. It's Norbert from pit. And we'll say it one more time in case you didn't hear Mr. Henry Greer. Outsiders locked in for the ESL Pro League playoffs of Season 16. We'll see them in a couple weeks' time, but we'll also see them play again tomorrow.
Absolutely. Super Sunday is just round the corner. One more game of CS this evening, but for now, we will leave you with the desk to tear this game apart and tell us what happened. See you after the break.